of you and welcome back to the sessions. कैसे हैं आप लोग? And I know and I'm very sure that you all must be very much enjoying. So today we have again aggregated here for a very wonderful session on mathematics, and the chapter would be, you all must be knowing, arithmetic progression. So an easy one but still an important one. So according to the weightage, I have taken the questions here for you guys only for your 10th board examinations. And let me tell you what we are doing here is Sprint X for class 10th board examinations. So let's start without wasting much time, and we'll be doing all the important questions very swiftly, just giving you the very main and basic concepts so that you can draw your own blueprint and get to know that how you should solve these questions in the examination. So this is the time schedule. Again, I am repeating. And this would be the next for the coming Sprint X. Now, here goes our first question of today's session. So this is the first question, guys. If the sum of first 7 terms of an AP is 49, okay, that of its 17 terms is 289s. Means sum of first 7 terms is 49 and sum of first 17 terms is 289. Find the sum of first n terms of that AP. So I guess you all would have recognized by this time that which formula has to apply, and that would be your first step. Always remember that CBSE put special emphasis on this point, that you should write formulas and the required things in the question in the very first, so that examiner should know that yes, you are knowing the question. So the first step would be writing the formula, that is Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So this is the formula. Now S7, sum of first 7 terms is given as 49, and S17, sum of first 17 term is given as 289. So the next would be writing their formula, dividing both of them. Why I am dividing them? Because I want to get an equation in the form of A and D. I could have done it by writing the formula here itself, but I found it more easier one. That is why I am even telling you. Why this is an easier one, I'll just show you here. So dividing both of them, I'll be getting the formula 7 divided by 2 into 2a plus 7 minus 1 into d. In place of n, everywhere I'll put 7. And here in the denominator, 17 by 2 plus 2a into 17 minus 1 into d is equal to, see here, 49 upon 289. You must be able to recognize that 49 is the square of 7 and 289 is the square of 17. So doing that, 7 by 17 whole square. Now the next step, 2 and 2 got cancelled and we have 7 divided by 17, and here 7 divided by 17 whole square. So 1 times here and here it is square. So they will cancel each other. And what will be remaining is 2a plus. Now I will be taking common from these two terms also. See, here it is 2a plus 6d. So 2 will be common, and here also in denominator also 2 will be common. So taking 2 common, a plus 3d and a plus 8d is equal to a 7 by 17. Doing the cross multiplication and getting the final value, that is d is equal to nothing but 2a. I have done thus just the calculation, so I am not getting deep into this. I know you all must be knowing this. So d is equal to 2a. So guys, now we have got our first equation, that is d equal to 2a. Now I will put this d equal to 2a in this one or this one, whichever you want. This looks smaller, so I'll put in this one. And this S7 is 49, so I'm writing the equation 7 by 2 into 2a plus 7 minus 1 into d. And here I'll put the value of d is equal to 2a. Solving the whole equation, 7 cancelled, this 49 is 7 times. 2 is still here and 2a plus 6d, and now I'll be putting the value of d equal to 2a, and we have got 2a plus 6 times 2a divided by 2 is equal to 7, and hence getting the value of a is equal to 1 and d is equal to 2. So I guess you would have understand that by this method we will be getting the value of a, putting the value of a back in d, and we will be getting the value of d. So now writing again the formula. See, remember, in this question, we had been asked find the value of sum of n terms. So that would be n terms, that answer would be in the form of n only. Only we will be putting the value of a and d. So writing the formula of Sn, that is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Here, putting the value of a as 1 and putting the value of d as 2, we will be getting this equation. And once we have got this equation, we will be getting very easily the value as n square. Because everything will be cancelled, I'm not getting again into deep into that calculation. So that is that n square, and we have got our answer. So guys, this looks easy, but let me tell you, this is also easy, but many a times it happens that when you get into the examination hall, that examination fear, that taboo, always overpowers your confidence and always takes upon you. So always remember that you have not to allow that examination fear to take over you. So while you are into that examination, don't let these easy questions play with you. Okay, so this is the easy answer. Now let's get to the next question. Here comes the next question. If the ratio of the sum of first n terms of two APs, guys, let me tell you, this question is very, very important. I'll write it down here. This question is very, very, very important. And I'm saying it by full confidence that this year, this question is going to come. So please take this, keep this in your mind, that this question, you must not lose this question. It is a tricky one and it is an important one. So let's solve this question. How to solve this question? Sum of ratio of first n terms of two APs is 7n plus 1 is to 4n plus 27. So you'll just write down sum of first n terms of first AP. I have assumed it Sn1 and the second AP as Sn2. Now I will be taking the ratio Sn1 divided by Sn2 is equal to 7n plus 1 plus divided by 4n plus 27. This is the given information. Now, what we will do, we will simply put the formula of Sn for the first AP and the second AP, and we will be getting n by 2, 2a1. Why I have assumed 1? Because for first AP, I have taken the first term as a1 and common difference as d1. For the second AP, I have taken the first term as a2 and common difference as d2. So putting all those values, I'll be cancelling this n by 2 and taking this 2 common. See here, everyone, this 2 is common here. So when I have taken 2 common, this term does not has any 2. So this n minus 1 divided by 2 will be there. Okay, I guess I'm clear. Similarly, for the denominator also, I have taken 2 common. Here in this term there is no 2, so there would be denominator would be 2. Now this 2 and 2 would be cancelled. And what we would be left with? We would be left with a1 plus n minus 1 divided by 2 into d1 divided by a2 plus n minus 1 upon 2 into d2. Now, pay attention. What we had to find, if you would have seen the question, we had to find the ratio of n terms. See, I'll show you very fast. Find the ratio of their mth terms for the first AP and second AP. Means we have to find the mth term, that is Tm of first AP upon Tm of second AP, or you can say AM. If you have to find the mth term, AM of first AP upon AM of second AP. So this is the final first equation we have got. Now see, for mth term, I guess you all must be knowing that mth term has a formula A plus M minus 1 into D. So if you have to make this as mth term, you only need to replace this n minus 1 upon 2. N minus 1 upon 2 with M minus 1. M minus 1. So if you replace this, it will become the mth term. So I have done the very same thing. I have just replaced it. See here. We need to replace n minus 1 by 2 with m minus 1 to make it the ratio of mth term. And this is the only trick which you need to remember all the time. So I have made n minus 1 upon 2 equal to m minus 1, and hence I will be getting a value of n that is equal to 2m minus 1. Now, I will substitute this value back in that first equation. So once I have substituted that value, I will be getting here a1 plus m minus 1 into d1 because I have substituted this only. And for this, see here, do you remember that it was 7n plus 1 divided by 4n plus 27? In the question it was given that the ratio is 7n plus 1 divided by 4n plus 27. In place of that n, I have put this 2m minus 1, 2m minus 1 and 2m minus 1. So in place of n, I have put this value and then I'll be solving it. I'll be getting the value 4m minus 6 divided by 8m plus 23. That is nothing but ratio of their mth term of first AP upon second AP. And this is how it will be solved. Guys, boys and girls, all there, let me tell you, this is a very tricky question and most of the time, maximum students do mistake in such kind of question. But let me tell you, this is a very important question and you must not forget this. So please have an ample level of practice for this question so that you can be very confident while entering the examination hall that yes, you have known all the things. And in this sprint X, I'll be taking all such questions which are very important, which would be completely focused on your board examinations. So just go on with these questions, try to solve questions around these questions, and you'll be getting the maximum edge in your examination. So I guess I'm clear with my point. Moving on to our next question. The next question goes like this. Digits of a positive integer, positive number of 3 digits. 3 digits means 3-digit number are in AP. Okay. So you all must be knowing that whenever 3 numbers are in AP, you assume that number to be A minus D, A and A plus D. So first part is already clear. And their sum is 15. So sum of all these numbers is 15. The number obtained by reversing the digits. You all must be knowing that if a number is XYZ, then by reversing it, we will write it ZYX, like that. Reversing the digits is 594 less than the original number. The original number minus 594 would be the reversed number. Okay. And let me tell you more clearly what I mean. So I have assumed the digits as A minus D, A and A plus D, the first step. Now, when I'll be doing the sum, I'll be getting equal to 15 as per the question. D and D would be cancelled and I'll be getting 3A equal to 15, that is A equal to 5. I've got the value of 5, value of A as 5. Now, once I have got the value of A, I will be using that second condition, that on reversing the digits. Means I have here assumed that the number is, this is the hundreds place, this is the ones place, and this is the tens place, and this is the ones place. So the number would be 100 times that digit. See, I'm not getting here into detail that how you should write a number. I'll just tell you. If someone don't know, I will tell you, if 324 is here, you can write this number in the form 3 into 100 plus 2 into 10 plus 4. This is how a number is written, because the digit is multiplied by its place value. The digit is multiplied by its place value. 3 is at hundreds place, so it has been multiplied by 100. So if this is happening, so I have assumed here that A minus D is at hundreds place, A is at tens place, and A plus D is at ones place. So this was the original number which I have written. Original number 100 times A minus D, 10A plus A plus D. Now, if I do the reversing, so the reverse number would be, this will come in hundreds place, 100 times A plus D, 10A, and this will go to ones place, A minus D. Now, the relation for the original number and the reverse number is nothing but 594 subtracted from the original number, because it was that much less. So, from the original number, I have subtracted 594. Now, doing the mathematics, doing the normal calculation, linear equations, that is very easy. And after doing that, I'll be getting the value of D as minus 3. So, once I have got the value of D as minus 3, my first digit, second digit, and third digit all will be calculated. So, the digits are A minus D, the first digit it was 5 minus of minus 3, because D is minus 3. So, the first digit you got as 8, second digit would be 5, and the third digit would be nothing but 2. So, 8, 5 and 2 is the number, that is 852. So, the final number, always write the conclusion that the number is nothing but 852. So, I guess you would have understood this question, and this question is again an important question. Why I am telling this? Because this question itself includes more than one concept. So, that is why it is an important one. So, let's move on to our next question without wasting much time. Here goes the next question. Divide 56 in 4 parts. Now guys, I want you all to answer that if numbers are divided in 4 parts and they are in AP, then what we should suppose them. Okay, I'm getting multiple responses. That's nice. The numbers would be A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D. Remember these things because these are the tricks which are very important for your examination. Numbers would be A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D. See here, all these numbers are in AP, all have a common difference of 2D. So, once they have a common difference of 2D, they are good to go in an AP. So, I have assumed these numbers as a digit. Let's see the solution. The 4 parts to be in AP are let A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D. So, their sum is given as 56. So, I have made them equal to 56. Now, the value of A would be nothing but 14. Now, the second part was said that product of their extremes to the product of their means. Extremes means the last one, these two numbers, and means mean the numbers in the middle. So the product of the extremes, a minus 3d into a plus 3d upon product of means, a minus d into a plus d. So this is the equation. Is 5 by 6. It was given in the question back there. So that is 5 by 6. Okay. Now, I'll be multiplying them. So this is a minus b into a plus b. I'll be getting the simple formula a square minus 9d square, and a minus b into a plus b, that is a square minus d square, equal to 5 by 6. Now I have only one variable because I have already got the value of a. So I'll be just putting the all values a square. I'll be putting the value 14 square, 49 d square, solving it, getting the d value 2. So I've got the value as d2. I'm not getting into the detail of the calculation. You all know that. So d has a value of 2 and a has a value of 14. So I guess now you would be able to solve the number. So the digits would be a minus 3d, that is 14 minus 3 times 2, 8, 12, 16 and 20. So you have got your digits. You have got your numbers, not digits. Yes, you have got your number. That is a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d and a plus 3d. That is 8, 12, 16 and 20. And this is the final answer. So, I guess you would have understood this question and you would be able to understand these kind of questions. If you are understanding these questions easily, this means your preparation is really good to go. So, that's a thumbs up from my side if you are able to do these kind of questions, and if you are not able to, then also don't get worried. Try to solve these kind of other questions from your textbook, from your NCERT, RS Gurwal or any other book. That would be sufficient. These 7 questions which I am giving here, that would be sufficient for your examination, 10th board examination. So don't get much panic that if you are not able to do or if you have not practiced this, still there is a lot of time, more than a month is remaining, so you can do that. Okay, so let's see the next question. So the next question goes like this. Pth, Qth and Rth term of an AP are A, B and C. This is the most wonderful question, and let me tell you guys, all the questions which I am showing you here, they are predominantly a 4-marker question. So this would be also a 4-marker question, and this is a tough question. Let me tell you, you would have seen this question even in your RD Sharma or some other textbook, and that is why I am telling that this question is a good one. So how to solve them? Just write down whatever is given. Pth term is given. So TP, Pth term is A, Qth term is B and Rth term is C. So I'll just write down the formula for Pth term. First term of an AP I have assumed A1 and common difference to be D. I have written all those things, and now I'll be writing the formula Pth term A. So A1 plus, I'm sorry, this is a misprint. This is a misprint. Sorry for that. This would be plus. Okay. A plus P minus 1 into D is equal to A, the first term. Moving to the next would be Qth term is B, so A1 plus Q minus 1 into D is equal to B, and Rth term is C, so A1 plus R minus 1 into D is equal to C. So we have got these 3 terms. Now what I will be doing? I will be simply subtracting first equation from second, and then second from third, and then third from first. Why I am doing that? Let me tell you. Guys, see, you needed only P minus 1 into, you needed something else. What you needed? Let me show you the result. Q minus R multiplied by A, R minus P into B and P minus Q into C. So you need the subtraction of P minus Q, Q minus R and R minus P. And for that, see here, when I will be subtracting these equations, I will be getting P minus Q here. I will be getting P minus Q here. And A1 and A1 would be cancelled. So that is why I am subtracting A1 and A2. And similarly, that is why I will be subtracting this second and third so that I can get Q minus R and similarly R minus P. So I have subtracted both of them, subtract 1 minus 2, getting P minus Q into D because A1 and A1 would be cancelled. And RHS would be A minus B. See here, A minus B. So A minus B, similarly here B minus C and then C minus A. So subtracting, then multiplying C both sides in the first equation, getting C times P minus Q. Sorry, this is Q, a misprint again. I'm sorry for that. This is P minus Q into D is equal to C times A minus B. Then subtracting second and third, Q minus R into D is equal to B minus C. Again multiplying that term which was there given in the question. So the question was here A times Q minus R into B minus C. So I'll multiply both side A. I'll be getting A times Q minus R into D is equal to A times B minus C. Now, again subtracting 3 with 1, I'll be getting, I have got P minus Q, Q minus R and R minus P. So R minus P I have got here, and then I'll be multiplying both sides by B. So I'll multiply both sides by B, I'll be getting this. So I have got this 6 equations, 4, 5 and 6. Now what I need to do, I'll just show you again. 4th equation, 5th equation and the 6th equation. The 6th equation. These equations are of my necessity. So I will add all these equations. I'll be getting these terms. See, I have added all of them, and RHS also I have added all of them. Okay. C times P minus Q into D plus A times Q minus R into D and B times R minus P into D. And there C times A minus B, A times B minus C and B times C minus A. Now, taking D common, and this would become 0. Now, if you are curious that how it became 0, I can prove that, although you need not to do this much of calculation in your examinations because it will be clumsy. But I'll just show you. This is CA minus CB plus AB minus AC plus BC minus BA. See here, CB and BC cancelled, minus plus AB, and this is BA. This is also cancelled, AB minus BA, and this is CA and minus CA. So all of them getting cancelled, so getting the final value as 0. So that is why we have got here 0. So that will be 0, and D common. So the remaining here is A times Q minus R, B times R minus P and C times P minus Q, that is equal to 0. And this we had to prove. Guys, let me tell you this question. I had given you a solution which was very easy and not that much complicated, but let me tell you, you need to do the practice. Otherwise, in examination, you will find it very difficult. Because in examination, these kind of questions do not get solved very easily because they are really clumsy and the whole calculation is very tedious. So please practice it well in advance so that you can get that solution very easily in your examination. So, without wasting much time, let's move on to our next question. Here goes the next question, guys. A thief runs with a uniform speed of 100 meters per minute. After 1 minute, a policeman runs after the thief to catch him. He goes with a speed of 100 meters per minute in the first minute and increases his speed by 10 meters per minute every succeeding minute. Okay. After how many minutes the policeman will catch the thief? Now, understand this problem. How is this problem gonna be solved? See, here is the starting point for police also and the thief also. Now, thief has started and thief will go till here, till the time police catches it. Let's say. Now, thief has started, but when thief started, policeman did not start. Police started after 1 minute. Okay. Even though we know that police is a bit late, no issues, just joking. So, police started after 1 minute, the thief started. So, if the thief is running with a speed of 100 meters per minute, this means that in 1 minute, thief will be running for 100 meters. This means that thief will be here. Say for example, if this is 100, then thief will be here. When thief will be here, when police will start running from this point. Okay, first thing. And second thing, police speed is not constant. Every minute, police is increasing his speed by 10 meters per minute. Okay, by 10 meters per minute. Now, what does this mean? So, the police is running with a speed of 100 meters per minute. This means that police is running 100 meters in every minute. Now, for the first minute, police has a speed of 100 meters per minute, but police will be increasing his speed 10 meters per minute every minute. So, in the next minute, in the first minute, it will be 100 meters. In the next minute, it will be 110 meters, then 120 meters and so on. This is first minute. This is second minute. And this is third minute. And so on. So, this is how the police will cover the distance. And this is how, and the thief will cover the distance with a constant speed of 100 meters per minute. So now let's see how this question is going to be solved. Let the time taken by the police to catch the thief, I assume it t minutes. Why I am saying this? Say for example, police will catch the thief and it will take some time. So I have assumed that time as t minute. Why I have assumed this time? Because in the question we were asked that what is the time? After how many minutes the policeman will catch the thief. So if policeman will catch the thief, that time has to be taken out, then we will assume that time to be t. Now the policeman will catch the thief in t minutes. If then how much time will thief get for running? Now pay attention here. It was said that policeman started running after 1 minute. This means the thief ran for 1 minute more than the policeman. This means if police is taking t minutes, then surely the thief is going to take t plus 1 minutes. Means thief will be allowed to run for t plus 1 minute. So thief will be running for t plus 1 minute. Now if the thief has run for t plus 1 minute and thief's speed is 100 meters per minute, then in t plus 1 minute how much speed it will go? With the formula of speed into time, it will go for 100 into t plus 1. Okay. So now thief will run for 100 into t plus 1 meters, and the police, how much police will run? So you must be remembering that police was running 100 meters in the first minute, 110 meters in the second minute, and 120 meters in the third minute, and so on. So it will, I guess you would be able to understand right now that it will form an AP 100, 110, 120, isn't it? 10, 10, 10, 10 difference, common differences of 10. So in the first minute, police will run for 100 meters. In the second minute, it will run for 110 meters. In the third minute, it will run for 120 meters, and so on. It will go till t minutes. So in the this AP has got all together t terms. First term, second term, third term, and for t minutes, it has got t terms. And when I will add all of these terms, this distance should be equal to this distance, because police and thief has started from the same starting point, and when police will be catching the thief, that will be also the same point. So distance covered between both of them will be same. Do you understand this? That distance covered by both police and thief would be same. So that is why we will equate this term with the sum of these terms. So first of all, let's find the sum of these terms. So the sum would be sum of n terms. I will be applying this sum to sum of n terms, that is sum of t terms. T by 2 into a, that is 100, plus n minus 1 into d, so that is t minus 1 into d is 10 here. Now I'll be solving this and I'll be getting a quadratic equation, that is 5t into t plus 19 after solving all these things, and this should be equal to 100 into t plus 1. So police distance is equal to thief distance, and 5t into t plus 19 should be 100 times t plus 1. 5 will be cancelling 100 in 20 times, and I'll be getting t square, t into t square plus 19t is equal to, cancel in 20 times, 20 into t, 20t plus 20. Now solving this, I'll be getting t square minus t plus minus 20, and making the middle term splitting, it is minus 5t plus 4t and then taking the common, I'll be getting the factors as t minus 5 into t plus 4, and therefore I will be getting the value of t as t is equals to 5 or minus 4. Now it is very natural that minus 4 cannot be the time cannot be negative, so I will be neglecting this negative part, and I will be getting the value of t as 5 minutes. And in this 5 minutes, police would be able to catch the thief. So time taken by the police is 5 minutes. If the question would have been asked that for how much time thief ran, so your answer should have been 5 plus 1, that is equal to 6. So guys, did you understand this? I guess you would have understood this. So 5 plus 1 is 6. Now moving on to next. Here goes the next question. So t is equal to 5 minutes is the final answer, and the final answer we have got here. Now moving on to next question. Here comes our next question, and probably the last question of our today's session. Sum of 3 numbers of an AP is 12. You all would have been remembering this, or by this time you would have remembered this, that whenever 3 terms are in AP, we always assume those 3 terms as a minus d, a and a plus d. And say for example, if this would have been 4 terms, then the terms would, what we would have supposed it would have been a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus D and A plus 3D. So here it is 3 terms in AP. So we will assume those 3 terms as A minus D, A and A plus D. Sum of them is 12 and sum of their cubes, cube of all the terms, sum of their cubes is 288. So let's solve this question. See how this will be solved. I guess it's an easy question. You would be even able to solve this. Now, A minus D, A and A plus D, I have assumed this. Adding all of them, I'll be getting 12 and D would be cancelled here and I'll be getting 3A equal to 12 and hence A equal to 4. So once I have got the value of A equal to 4, now comes the second part, cubing all of them and adding and getting the value 288. So I have cubed all of them and added them, got a value of 288. Now, I won't be putting the value of A equal to 4 here itself because it will make my whole calculation very clumsy. So I will just put it in the formula and thereafter I'll see how many terms are getting cancelled. Thereafter, in the end, I will put the value of A. That will make my calculation easy and less prone to silly mistakes. So guys, you should also follow this, that you should try to avoid such complex calculations so that you should not get into the trap of the silly mistake. So now A minus D whole cube, it will go with the formula of A minus B whole cube and I have just put the formula here, A cube and then A plus D cube. Now this minus term and this plus term will be getting cancelled, this minus D cube, this plus D cube getting cancelled. So all these terms which are same and having opposite signs, it will be getting cancelled and finally we will be getting 3A cube plus 6AD square is equal to 288. Taking common in both of them, 3A would be the common and I have taken 3A common and thereafter remaining term is A square plus 2D square. Now this is the final value where you can put the value of A and solve this whole equation. So for solving this equation, even I have factorized this 288 into 2 into 144. You all must be knowing 144 is nothing but 12 square. So writing all those values for, it will make my calculation easy. I'm doing all these steps to just make my calculation easy and less prone to silly mistakes. So now I will be just cancelling with 4 3s are 12 and 12 will be getting cancelled and putting all those values 16, 2 into 12 is 24, 16 getting that side, 8, 2D square equal to 8 and 2 will be cancelling 8 and D will be having a value of nothing but 2. So once we have got the value 2, now we can find the number that is A minus D, A and A plus D. So A minus D, 4 minus 2 is 2, then 4 and then 6. And hence we will be getting all our 3 numbers 2, 4 and 6. So this was the solution of this question and I guess you would have understood this also. And these were the kind of most important questions out of this chapter. This chapter can have many other questions also, but let me tell you, those would not be that much important. They can be important surely, but would not be that much important from examinations or board's perspective. But with this, I mean not at all to say this, that you should stop your practicing only to these 7 questions. What I would suggest, because I have been getting multiple comments from the students on my previous videos also, that sir, shall we stop our practicing only for constraint to this 7 questions, or shall we solve some other questions, or is it enough? See, all these questions which I am taking here, they are kind of most important questions. But let me tell you, these questions would be important only and you would be able to solve it only if you have a full hand of good questions along with you. You have an experience of solving these questions. Because if you will be solving only one question of this type, you would be surely forgetting the solution in the examination time. So what do I suggest you guys? Please keep on going with your practicing. Keep solving NCERT, RS Agarwal if you can, that's best. Otherwise, RD Sharma and other books are not required at all. So keep on solving these questions. With this question, I intend that you should revolve your practice around these questions. Don't go very far. Don't try to solve very hi-fi questions. It's not required. It's not relevant according to boards. So that was all my motto. With this view, I'll be saying you a goodbye for this time. And I'll be meeting you again, guys, just after a few hours and giving you something more about some other chapters and some more beautiful things. So the schedule would be this, as I always show you. Arithmetic progression have been done, and next would be coordinate geometry. So I'll be coming to you all guys with coordinate geometry, some more beautiful questions. Until then, bye-bye and take care. See you soon in the next session. Bye.